Hello and welcome to Jabberjaw. I'm your host, Ruth Langmore, and with me as always is Tyson Blue, Leisure Suit Dinas, and Marty McFly Smith. Guys, welcome.
Hello.
Welcome. I would have done the voice, but it would have been highly inappropriate. So
I would like to say
Oh,
I'm not Baby Leisure Suit. I'm 22-year-old Tyson Dinas.
I like
who
it.
I refer to as Blue Leisure Suit Tyson.
That's fine. That's how. Aren't you that guy in that? Aren't you that guy in that suit in that band?
That guy. Yeah, you're more that guy.
Yes.
Well, how are you guys doing?
Good. Marty looks good. I'm into it.
Hey, this is all Kathy. Kathy put this together a couple years ago for my birthday, and this is the costume I have in my house. So here you are.
Well done, Kathy. Well done.
We'll be revisiting this on Monday night as well. So I had to do some digging anyway. I was like, where is all that stuff? And
are you going to a little Halloween party?
I'm just trick or treating.
Yeah.
You taking the kids trick or treating?
No, just me.
No, just you. All right, that's cool.
Yeah, just me. Neighbors seem fine with it. First year it was a little awkward, but they've sort of kind of embraced it and taken stride now. So yeah.
My hairstylist lives in a neighborhood where they I guess close down the street and they just have a barbecue and every different house serves a cocktail. So she's like, I'm just going to get fucked up on Halloween. And I'm like, that's the best neighborhood I've ever heard of.
And I've actually heard in a buddy of mine in one of the suburbs in those neighborhoods, they do they put beer in the mailbox, apparently, is like a thing. So I'm sure, A, the Postal Service employees are fucking thrilled with this, but B, I guess just when you're trick-or-treating, it's like an unspoken rule that you just kind of grab a beer out of their mailbox. So apparently that's a thing. The dark secrets of suburbia right there. That's
I like it. I like it.
I like it.
I like it for the person that no one has checked their mailbox, until the next day, and then the mailman's like, "Oh, thank you very much."
Exactly. Right. It's usually like whatever crap's left over at the end of the night that nobody wanted, and it's like the bad seltzer flavor, whatever your disliked seltzer flavor is.
Oh my God, we've got 8 of them in the fridge right now, and I'm like, I don't know how we get rid of this shit. It's bad. Maybe we will. Maybe I'll just put one in front of each neighbor's.
There you go.
Apartment door. That's it.
Or just
I'm
give
gonna do
them
that
to kids, or just give them to kids. They're colorful. They look like soda.
No one answered your door, but I did find this. All right, it's fine.
Okay, so now who are you going as, Doss?
I'm Ruth Langmore from the first season of Ozark. So I still work at the Blue Cat Lodge.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
I didn't even see the shirt until now. Very nice.
Yeah. Yep. Working at a strip club, trying to take money out of the safe, give it to Marty, Fucking hate Marty.
I like it.
Yeah.
Marty McFly.
I love Ruth. Ruth is my favorite character in recent years of any television series.
What else has she done? She's a great actress. I know her from something before Ozark, but I can't offhand recall what that was.
She did, and I can't remember that, but she did that other series on Netflix where she plays Anna. What is her name? Who basically duped a bunch of people.
Yes, she did play her. Yeah, she was excellent in that as well. Yeah. Anna, whatever her name was.
I don't remember, but Julie Gardner is the name of the actress, and she is phenomenal with accents, way better than I am.
I forgot to do this. Just one thing. I'll be right back.
Oh, let's check out that suit while Tyson walks.
Yeah, that was an FBS if I needed one right there. Yes.
Does that trip you out?
There we go.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow. That's even the guitar. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that. Oh.
Wow. We can't hear it.
You can hear me. I know you can't hear me.
All right. That's fine.
Just
guided by. Oh my God. That is amazing.
Was that rock and roll bathroom guitar? I can't remember if that was rock and roll bathroom guitar or not. Or if,
I don't know either.
I don't know.
We'll find out.
That guitar. I remember that guitar from back in the
day. Yeah, I had 2, and that's one of them.
That's
the other
cool
one was shattered on my wall. And when all you listeners and or viewees come to see the house, you can see it. Okay, enough Halloween bullshit. How are you guys doing?
Halloween bullshit.
I was like, okay, how many minutes until they just give up and they're like over this shit?
Well, all of my picks, except for what like music picks, are Halloween, and all my headlines are Halloween-ish. So
wow,
yeah, mine are Halloween-ish too. Smith, what about you?
Mine are Halloween-ish because they're happening or happen somewhat adjacent to Halloween, so they're not really thematically strong. But we'll
so you guys? You're going out trick or treating. Apparently, you're going to a party. Apparently,
yes, that's the plan. We may go, we may not. We also may go with a couple of friends, which I don't really like this idea. I'm scared of this idea, but Jonas, whoops. Whatever, my real husband, he wants to go to our cemetery that's like right down the street. And apparently, I think I've told you guys this before, there is a vampire that's buried in the cemetery. So he wants to go late at night with flashlights and go look for this headstone and on Halloween. And I'm like, absolutely not. I don't want anything following me back. And then he laughed at me. He's like, nothing's going to follow us back. And I'm like, I don't know, man. That's pushing it.
Wait, okay, let's back up like 3 or 4 sentences. There's a known vampire buried in a cemetery.
Yes, that's the one right down the street from
us. What does it say? Does it say, here lies a vampire? I'm not kidding.
I mean, I don't have the article in front of me, but it is a known thing that people go do in our small little Colorado town.
Interesting.
And it's a headstone. This person who died, it's from the early 1900s, and people leave like little trinkets in front of it, vampire themed. Like they'll leave vials of blood and shit in front of it. It's creepy.
Yeah.
Will you be leaving vials of any bodily fluid?
Absolutely not. No, all of my bodily fluids will be inside. I will be holding sage, maybe a cross, even though I'm not Christian. I don't know. Maybe I'll get back into Christianity. We'll see.
For one night. I'm back.
Exactly.
God.
For one night only.
For one terrifying moment. She believed in Jesus.
Oh, God. That counts, right?
That does count. That's count.
I think so. It's fine. It doesn't matter. Just as long as you come back.
My understanding is, oh shit, Jesus, I'm sorry. Not Jeezy. Holy shit, I just... God, no. It's like what Kanye's like 4th name? I don't know. But anyway.
Something like that, yeah.
Jesus actually changed his name to Zus. So it's just
Zus.
He got it legally changed.
Capture the youth market. It's like sus.
Yeah. Zus it up.
Sus it up.
Yeah, I don't. We're gonna be in the hospital all day for Halloween because that's Beth's thing. So she's gonna dress. She's got this cute little hat with a little skeleton thing on top of it. She's gonna wear that into surgery. I'm sure that's gonna last a second. They're gonna be like, yeah, that's cute. Take it off.
Yeah.
And we've been joking that she's going as a patient, which is kind of funny. And and I bought a tick costume for the. But it's a form-fitting. Yeah, but it's form-fitting. And I may just bail and just go as 21-year-old Tyson, 22-year-old Tyson. I don't know. We'll find out. But I got this pink hair now, so it's baked in, so it's all good.
I'm loving the pink hair.
I love how really easy it is to do hair now. It used to be like bleach your hair and then put Manic Panic on it for 2 hours and hope that it took, and then
I was just going to ask you if Manic Panic was still the pathway to
no, we have there's a thing called Only Color, and it's just it washes, you put it in, and then you can get it out in a week if you shampoo it like a few times. Yeah, it does, and there's no bleaching involved, and we have 5 colors, and bless you.
Bless you. Thank you. Yeah. Ooh.
I'm back, God. So like so anyway, it's a lot easier to do your hair now. It's a lot easier.
And can you do can I go blonde? Is that like a thing, or is it like
you can get anything from? I mean, they have like 40 colors. It's a lot.
Smith, are you wanting some blonde tips?
Well, I like anything that's non-committal and I think I like it's like kind of like it. Right. I just wash shampooed, 15 times.
Yeah, I mean, you just put it on, you let it sit for 20 minutes, then you just kind of rinse it out, and then I mean, I did this an hour and a half ago, so.
Oh wow, so that's fresh.
Yeah, it's fresh.
It's very fresh.
It's very fresh, and it doesn't smell like the back of an empty dump truck like Manic Panic used to smell like. So that's nice.
Yeah, I've only dyed my hair once. I dyed my hair black because that's not cliche. When I was like 18, I think right before like whatever Hayes High used to do, like that graduation like party overnight sleepover thing that was like the graduation night or whatever it's called. I don't know.
Senior night,
something. They did it at the old Fort Hayes State
like
Union.
Yes. I remember
They had the money machine.
Oh my God, the money machine.
They had the money machine. Yeah, sorry.
Wow, I remember that. The Bible men got a lot of money from our class. Wow.
Is that
like $200?
If you step in the thing and they blow money around, and you grab
it blows money.
Yeah. They got cash from somewhere. I mean, this is a private or public school too, so I don't know where this money came from. But
I don't either.
I appreciated it. It was appreciated.
This is only good 100 years ago.
Yeah, that was good times. You guys both know I've dyed my hair. I don't even know how many times. I'm still dyeing it. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
I did bleach my hair. I did bleach my hair when I was to blonde, like a blonde hair, and I had hair down to about where my chin hits, and I was growing it out. And then what happens when it gets to about my chin, it flips out, like in a curl.
Oh,
like 50 style. And that's not a good look for a big fat kid, from Midwestern Kansas. It's not it wouldn't matter where I live, but especially in Western Kansas. Oh, yeah. I did. I tried. I was like, this is the big one. Get rid of this nonsense.
The casting for the Partridge Family was long over by then, and it was just too late.
Yeah.
And then I went to Florida. The first time I ever dyed my hair was winter break my freshman year in college. So that was the first time I dyed my hair.
Okay.
For a gig, so didn't look very good, but girls do it all the time, and now with with this only stuff, only color, only color, yeah, it's a piece of cake. It's not even that expensive.
It's not. I used some of it when I was dyeing my hair pink during the pandemic. I used a lot of that after Manic Panic, which my hairstylist in Austin told me not to do. So she actually drove over some of that only color for me to use. Wow. So yeah. Thanks, Taya and Lori, if you listen to this. I appreciate that still. It was very nice.
What's your favorite costume you ever had your whole life?
I know this one.
Oh.
You do? Go ahead.
Okay. Tom Selleck waterfall sandwich. The Tumblr account.
Yeah.
It was fucking great. I mean, I shellacked oh my gosh, what is this? Jonas is sending me something. I shellacked a sandwich, a Subway sandwich, and then I made a waterfall. Yeah, I did. That was a whole thing, which I will never do, as I will tell you. But yeah, I got a Hawaiian shirt from the thrift store. I got a crazy Tom Selleck wig, fake mustache, and aviators. And then we went to our friend Cora's in the Upper East Side. Glassman, I think, was Amy Winehouse. So she had like Coke all over her nose.
Yeah.
It was bad. It was a bad taste.
It was important.
But she was sorry. It didn't matter.
Oh, yeah, it didn't matter. I mean, we were drunk, and we literally went to our friend Cora Poge's house. Smith, you know Cora Poge.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Who's very straight-laced. Her and her then husband Ben's place in the Upper East Side. And I was just like, hold this. And I kept taking pictures with everybody holding a waterfall and this sandwich. But then, like, halfway through the party, the sandwich started oozing.
Oh, no. Did you accidentally get sauces on it? That's a bad call. Never shellac anything with sauces on it.
I know. I forgot that part. So I like, this is so bad. Cora, I apologize. But I put it in one of her bookshelves. I just left it there and then we bounced. It's fine. Good times.
How about you, Matt? What was your favorite costume you ever did?
My favorite costume was probably in 1986. I went as the refrigerator William Perry.
Nice.
for Halloween. It was the Chicago Bears had just come off their '86 Super Bowl win. Super Bowl 20.
Oh my God.
And so I
Ray, I need this picture.
The refrigerator, William Perry. I hope to God my mother has a photo of it. So that's
I'll pay for it. I'll pay for it, Ray.
Yeah. And just to know, I just went as myself. I did not. Yes, I mean, even though it was Kansas Halloween, it's still just me. So very pink William Perry for Halloween. But that was probably my favorite. Like, I'm trying to think, like in latter years, I did a lot of really lazy ones. Like, I remember because I remember Tyson years ago. I was reading Drew Carey's book, and we talked about him going as the man with no pants as the sort of laziest costume, and I have done that before. Suit, tie, and coat, and no pants. It's an easy, quick one. The other bad one that I did one year is I just like wore like a black shirt and put a little plastic 6-ring O-ring thing around my neck and went as a baby seal. That was probably a little insensitive. A lot of really bad last minute Halloween. So I need to, the one that I've wanted to do for probably a decade or more. And I'm sure I've told Tyson, but I want to do Starburns. I want to go with Starburns for Halloween, but I would have to like be in an environment where, I don't know, like, cause it can't be you, I mean, it could be you two, but like there'd have to be, but you already get it. So I'm trying to think like how big of a crowd I would have to go to get Starburns. I'm guessing like 100 people. You think like found a party?
I think 100 people between the ages of 25 and like.
Oh, that's a good point.
45.
That's a good point.
You gotta.
So no high school parties. Okay.
Yeah, I mean they run. I mean, it's always a top 50 show on Netflix. I mean, they still watch it. So there's some youth probably watching it.
Some youth probably. I'm just watching video games and making TikTok dances up in their
mind. My favorite costume I ever did. My birthday's on November 1st, so like I never really dress up because as far as I'm concerned, I kind of got it in my head and I kept telling people this is like they're like, why didn't you dress up? I'm like, well, you're all dressed up for me because it's my birthday tomorrow, so I appreciate the effort, everyone. But I guess I went to a party in Hayes the last year that I lived in Hayes, and I went and I bought like the tiniest little Batman mask I could find, and it was one of those like where it's a molded, remember those old molded faces that you put on? Yeah. And it was so small it barely fit on my face. I mean, it barely covered my mouth. I couldn't see out the eye holes because they're too close together, and I got a white T-shirt and with black magic marker I wrote, "I'm Batman, damn it." And I wore that, and then I kept the shirt, and I would just wear the shirt randomly, and like people. But my friend Marshall, he did one of the funniest things. He was just normal, and he's like, "Ask me what I am for Halloween." And I'm like, "What do you have for Halloween?" He's like, "I'm happy." And that what he was just, and he literally
love that.
Yeah, he just asked every single person that came into contact with me. He's like, "Guess what I am for Halloween?" "I'm happy." And like, I was like, "That's fucking great, dude." I am. I don't know.
That's pretty good.
I kind of like the. I mean, I like the joke costumes. It's like I'm a man without a tie. Or whatever. Mm-hmm. But it's also super lazy sometimes. It's
it is. But,
yeah.
But I kind of appreciate that. It's like the laziness plus how how
if it's lazy and clever, I'm into it. Exactly. But the T-shirts that say "This is my costume," I'm like, oh no. Leave. Just you're not allowed to be here.
Not anymore. There was a time and place for that, but that move has been played many times, and it's not anymore. You got to put some effort into it. Apparently,
quoting from the one of the memes this year. There's a series of memes this year where they just take a Spirit Halloween costume and they just take basically that template and put a person there.
Many of these over the last couple of years.
So good, right? I love them.
Yeah. But I would highly recommend, Dawson, if you go next year as Nancy Reagan, and then the Burlington Throat Factory, which is just the funniest goddamn thing I've seen in weeks. Burlington.
That's really good.
I know.
I saw somebody did Jerry Blank Junkie Horror. That was pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Of course, I loved it. Yeah. Ooh, that's good. I haven't seen that one yet.
I sent it to it's on the feed. I sent it to you. Our friend feed. You'll see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw one that said absent father, and there's just nothing.
That's a good one.
I love them all. Keep them coming. Great idea. Great idea.
Okay, I did something today that I do every year. I don't mean to do it every year, but I just do it. I bought some Halloween candy specifically for me. It's like the only time of year that I really kind of buy candy, you know. And
I did the same thing for myself last night, and it was delivered today. So I did the same exact thing.
Guys, yes.
Me some Halloween candy. So go ahead. You're not alone in this. We're in this together, brother.
Thank you. I know that we haven't bought any real candy. No, we're not going to be here Halloween night, but Beth's daughter Kira is going to be here. So if she wants to have Halloween people, supposedly they're going to get candy tomorrow at either a grocery store or at Costco. I can't even imagine the size of candy, the size of candy bags they have at Costco. But I think Costco's like, you're a Costco person. Buy a full bar of candy bars, which I've done a couple years, and that's fine. I used to order little tiny comic book samplers, and then I would give those out. I'd give that out.
Oh.
I'd give a piece of candy out, or a candy bar, and a glow stick. Kids love glow sticks.
Wow, Tyson! Oh my God, you're giving them the hookup of my dreams, my 7-year-old dreams.
The best thing was when you give them a glow stick, they'd be like, "Oh my God, a glow stick!" And then immediately they go crack, and then you could just look out the window and see all the kids that had come to your house previously all around. That was really
fun.
That's pretty cool.
That's a fun thing to do.
It's like you can track them after you've come to your house.
Yeah.
Very good.
My sister was telling me that they used to, because they were one of the early proponents. Her ex-husband was like full candy bars, and then they would keep a little post-it note and keep track of how many kids came by every year, and so, which I think is cool but weird, but whatever, I don't know what you're.
These are guest book. They sign a guest.
Yeah, exactly.
That's signing this for me.
Yeah. Listen, what are you? Who are you? Strawberry shortcake? How old are you? 4? Do you know your name? Sign it right here. Sign this book.
You look like you're about 27 inches high. Okay, yeah, we're good. All right, you can go now.
I was like, I don't know what you did that for. You'd be like, I'm going to submit it with my taxes. It's a write-off.
Right. Exactly.
How much candy you gave away.
It seems like you should be able to write off Halloween.
It does, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah. That seems like I don't even like if this is America. Like, that seems right.
Yeah, it's a religious expense.
Oh, that's true. It is a religious expense. I like that.
Tithing for regular people.
Yeah, it is. It's tithing for children who come by at random to your home.
Exactly.
So I think that's fine. I believe in that.
I do too.
That's fine.
I love that.
Now I gotta ask: have either of you done? And again, if the statute of limitations hasn't expired, don't worry about it.
Sure.
Have you guys done anything kind of nefarious or bad? Any bad kid stuff on Halloween that? I'm trying to think. If I'm sure, like.
I took some acid and shut off fireworks. I took some acid.
Oh yeah, I watched you.
You were there.
Oh my God, Tyson.
That was a lot of fun.
Did you take acid too, Smith?
No. I just watched Tyson take acid and watched fireworks. So kind of it was a split evening. It was kind of there was shit going off all over the place. But that was fun.
Go ahead, Ben.
No, that was
I barely remember it.
Well, no, you had a great time. You had an absolutely great time. I had a great time by proxy of your great time, actually. You were having such a good time. Tyson, you have to understand, if you're not a frequent... Tyson loves fireworks to begin with. Like, loves fireworks.
Yes, he does.
He's worked in the industry. He's shot them off by the thousands, likely.
Yeah.
But the combination of the two was it was a glorious sight to see. And I think, at the end of the evening, we were actually... my door or my window opened up to the roof. And so I think by the end of the evening, we were crawling around on the roof watching other people shoot off fireworks. It was a lot of fun. I should have taken acid too, but I don't think I was it was always the case. Everybody in the house was just you guys dropped acid again, didn't you?
You sons of bitches.
You sons of bitches. Usually they didn't care what you watched on TV, so that was cool. But
now I know for a fact that Matt, you had to do something illegal at one point in Halloween, probably several times, I assume.
Well, we didn't do the only thing we did that we kind of got in trouble for one year is my good friend Ryan Glendenning. He lived in Hayes, and when we were, I think, in middle school, his parents were out of town over Halloween. And so
that seems nefariously stupid.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. Our luck was gold that day for whatever reason, and and this was like, this is like the worst thing we could really. That wasn't that bad. What we did is he had this big double door entryway with these sort of light window, like cutout. I don't know what you call them, but there were windows above the door so you could see out. And so we bought 2 bags of candy corn. Which it's a Gaffigan that does the whole thing about candy corn anyway. There's a whole bit about it, but candy corn kind of sucks. It's kind of like, the only thing worse possibly
we all
is
hate it, right?
peanuts.
Like we can agree on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird. Like I'll have like 1 or 2 of them and be like, all right. I mean, it's sugar, so
I try it every year. Like I mean, if it's around, I'm like, maybe it's better this year. I don't know.
Yeah. Taste buds have come around.
So we got this. We got a bunch of candy corn, and we got this big wood bowl, and we got a little table and set it out front of the door. We made the sign and just said, "On vacation, please just take one." and so we put the whole jug. And so then we got up and I think we had a ladder because we were obviously the doors blocked like kids' view, so they couldn't see us. We were peeking out the window. Like this is all like pre-IP cameras and stuff. Like you totally do this much better today with today's technology. But we had ladders and eyes in the 90s, and so we just watched and waited for like kids to like come and take more. And if they took more, then we swung the door open and screamed at them. And so it was really,
God.
And so we only did it a few times, but the one of the funniest things was one of the parents, I still remember, just kind of under his breath, because we could hear him pretty well, because we had all the lights off in the house, we had the porch light on, so we're just like kind of right by there listening. And I just remember some father just said, "Cheap bastards." It's just like, God damn it, yes. Cheap bastards. But yeah, so a lot of kids, to their credit, didn't take more than one, but I'm sure they thought it was pretty lame. But we also, so I don't recall. I know that like parents were informed. I don't remember how much trouble. Yeah, I think people were just. I think it was like, I mean, how much, wasn't like we were giving out, but anyway, that's probably I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I mean, we probably. Nothing Halloween specific.
I have one, but I want to hear Dawson's first.
I'm excited.
Mine's not very good.
Mine's like, I don't know, kind of mean and stupid and like. I don't know.
Really in the spirit of the holiday. Oh, kind of.
You don't have to. Listen, statute limitations.
I actually have a funny one, but it doesn't involve me. It involves one of my friends from high school. She was at a party dressed as the Hamburglar. And then the party got busted by the cops. And she got caught on a fence trying to jump it like this.
That's a tough one.
Oh, that's my favorite story. It's way better than mine. Mine was like, we were kids. We went to this one dentist's house because we always went to the rich neighborhoods to trick or treat, and we were scoring like full candy bars for like houses upon houses. Then we get to this one and it's like one of the biggest on the block. We're like, oh my God, it's gonna be amazing. Mini toothbrushes and mini tubes of toothpaste. And I was so pissed. I carried that shit till I was in high school. Then we egged this guy's house when I was in high school. He was kind of a dick. I'm not going to say who.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
I'm sure it was probably my dentist. So that's I hope it was my dentist, and I'm glad his house got egged. That's all I'm saying.
Well, one of my best friend's dads is a dentist in Hayes, Les Ward. It wasn't you, Les. Promise, love you. But yeah,
it wasn't Glenn Denning. He wasn't my dentist either. It was
no.
I don't even remember.
I'm not going to say.
Kirkman was my dentist.
Oh, Kirkman was interesting. Yeah, okay.
Son of a bitch. Anyway, but Sorry. Beth's like, if I would have known you back then, you would have sued him for malpractice. I'm like, well, where the hell were you then?
Whoa! All right,
But,
damn.
I'll tell you this story. I went out when I was a freshman in high school. I had a friend who was a senior, and I had been in the hospital for a couple of years, so I didn't really have a lot of friends my own age at that point. And the so my friend Jason Hibbs took us out, uh, and he was like, "Get in the back of my truck." He had this fucking gnarly old truck, like it was a piece of shit. And so me and another buddy and a couple of his buddies were in the back seat, and so everybody. So we went downtown Waukene, which is basically it's four square blocks. That's the whole downtown Waukene, and we were driving. Everyone else was on foot, dressed all in black. Obviously, eggs everywhere. They were just waiting to do some damage, and we drove. Jason, for some reason, decided he was going to drive right in the middle of that. Like I don't know what he was thinking. And there was cops, and they were driving around. And everyone was like, "Oh, don't do anything in front of the cops." It's not like the cops had a big patrol area. It was 4 blocks, and the cops turned the corner, and I was in the back seat, and I just was looking out at this huge crowd of like high school students, all in black, and the only lights that were there were like the street lights. And as soon as that cop turned the corner, it was like 1,000 points of light. To quote like President Bush Sr., everyone pulled an egg out. Everyone, 150 people pulled an egg out of their pocket and just rained down on us in the back of this pickup truck. And we were just like, it was we got bombarded with eggs. And then my friend Jason just hit the gas and drove us out of there. I mean, I was laughing and being pelted at the same time. It was hilarious. And and so anyway, then the rest of like his life, he's like, he went to my house to get a hose to hose down his truck because he's like, it's gonna eat the paint. It was the shittiest truck in the world. Like it was, but I was like, but
Maybe it'll be an improvement. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, but I don't think I ever threw eggs or TP'd anybody or did anything like that. That's too easy. It's too easy. No offense, Dawson.
It's fine. I mean, we got really bored in Hayes, so we egged a couple times I can think of. The last time we egged, we just stopped because my friend Ryan Staub threw an egg, tried to through my friend Kristen's sunroof, but it was closed. And it just splattered all over every one of us in the car. I was like, enough of this shit. Like, I'm done. That was it. Yeah. TP I did once too, but it was like
by your minor crimes, but that'll do. It'll have to. There's always time to. It's always a couple nights from now we can make up for.
I've done other stupid shit, not on Halloween, so we'll get to that later. Yeah.
It really has to be. Yes.
It has to be.
Yes.
Part of the thing.
When we're teenagers, we really just, our bad decisions, we can't plan those. Like,
they just come to us, randomly.
I mean, one year in Florida, I stabbed a drifter, but that was like the worst thing, I guess. I don't know. It was
I mean, who hasn't? Whatever.
I know.
All right. Yeah.
I mean, drifter, priest, whatever. I don't know what he was doing. But, I don't know. Anyway.
We don't blame you. We won't tell anyone. It's fine.
No.
Dear God, protect me from this vampire.
Back on that Christian kick. I'm gonna go full Catholic up in that cemetery.
So
tell you what.
Are you greeting kids? Are you handing out candy, or are you not?
Well, we live in an apartment complex. This will hopefully be our last Halloween in an apartment. Fingers crossed. And they do some trick or treating, so I think we will get a little bit of candy. But candy we like, so that when nobody shows up, it's like, well, what are we gonna do with this? I guess we'll eat it. Yeah. Oh darn, yeah.
I get this a lot from Beth and from lots of people, like Sally. She's like, my sister. She's like, well, we buy the candy that we don't like, so we don't eat it after Halloween. And I'm like, that seems like a waste of a possibility of having candy.
Yeah.
I mean, when else are you supposed to buy candy? Like it's the only time.
Yeah. Whatever. Lean into the season, girl. Yeah.
We're going trick or treat, or we're escorting some children. They'll be trick or treating. I should clarify.
Oh,
we're having some people over.
That's so cute.
Yeah, so they're fun. They're 7 and 4, I think.
Well, you do this every year, right? Or at least
we've done this in this neighborhood. Yeah, they actually lived in my neighborhood for most of their lives, and then they moved into a bigger house a few miles away. So they're coming back to the old neighborhood to trick or treat. So they still know some people and neighbors and stuff. So and they do a very similar thing in the alley. A lot of the alleys around here basically have kind of their trick or treat where all their neighbors come and stand out stuff in the alley.
Right.
Okay.
So I know alley makes it seem a little seedy.
Yeah, but it's probably safer, right?
Yeah, it's
probably safer. Yeah.
Yeah, and we get. I bought some candy just in case. I got the trick or treaters, and I think we might get a few. So I've got a little bowl, but everything was sold out. So all I got with my delivery was Twix and Three Musketeers, which Twix I'm happy with. I'm a little disappointed to get any Kit Kats, but let's
Oh man, Kit Kats were the best.
Maybe
Kit
I should buy my candy.
Snickers and Twix. That was my trifecta of goodness.
Oh yeah.
I bought Reese's and Kit Kats. That's my
nice
magic.
Yeah.
What candies that you do? Any candies that you guys despise? Like just absolutely like the people like you're just like that.
Well, circus peanuts are like the worst thing.
Circus
ever.
peanuts were
circus
the worst.
Peanuts are gross. Yeah.
Oh God.
For example, I don't like almond joy or almond.
Yeah, Joy,
I'm not a fan of
that. I still don't like Tootsie Rolls. I
do like Tootsie Rolls.
Know if you guys,
weirdly,
I'll eat a Tootsie Roll. Yeah. My dad was saying Bit-O Honey was his favorite, which I was like, that's
I do remember
choice.
Bit-O Honey.
Bit-O Honey was good. I like Bit-O Honey.
Yeah.
What else did we get? We got Smarties sometimes, and I was just like, you know what? I'm fine if I get this at the dentist. Again, I have a thing with the dentist, but but in my Halloween bag, I was like, come on, guys, you can step it up a bit.
Yeah, Smarties were kind of this shitty candy. Like, even as children, we knew this because we did a bunch of Smarties, and we're like, oh, fuck, more Smarties. Because it was like, whatever that grab bag was of, like, Smarties and, like, Jawbreakers, and like 3 or 4 of those candies that came in the same, like, whatever grab bag that you could buy 100 pounds for $3.99.
Now, according to my sister's kids, the it candy is anything that's like sour, sour licorice,
sour Patch Kids. Yeah. Okay.
That's apparently the.
Okay.
So I mean, that's the it candy, I guess, for kids now. Like you want to torture yourself a little bit.
Maybe I'll get some of that tomorrow for the kids.
It's a little pain.
I hate to. My parents brought their leftover Halloween candy, and they went like the night before, and bought little pieces, like mostly suckers and like little like gobstoppers, but it's all sour. And it occurred to me like 2 days ago that I actually have that candy still in my drawer over there, and I got some out and ate it, and it was fine because they're suckers, like they don't go bad.
Yeah, it's a very long shelf life.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Actually, a lot of survivalists stock up on suckers. A little long time.
I have found myself jonesing. I have found myself jonesing Tootsie Roll Pops. I don't know where that's from. I don't know if it's just a nostalgic thing in my brain. But I've had 4 in the last month, and I'm like, these are pretty good.
Did I ever tell you guys what my my favorite high school art teacher, Mr. Mages, did with Tootsie Roll Pops? He would always play jokes on us, and one of the jokes would be he'd have that orange bag of Tootsie Roll Pops, and he'd be like, "Hey, get one," whatever. But we didn't know that earlier that morning he had taken the wrappers off of all of them and mixed them up. So you didn't know what you were getting. So if you thought you were getting like the blue one, you probably got like a shitty one, like the brown one underneath it, like when you unwrapped it.
That's supposed to be flavored. Yeah, right.
Oh yeah. And he would laugh his ass off every time somebody opened theirs and was like truly disappointed with it. Hilarious. I love that guy. Mages, you rule.
That's a guy who he knows the lengths that he can go to get revenge on his kids, and he went as far as he could, basically. Like, anything else is a court case or a phone call to the police. Exactly. But that is exactly where it stops, right?
Right. That's like the best sort of tampering with food probably you can probably be liable for. Yeah. Like just crushing the dreams of children who want to
crushing them. Oh, he would constantly. I love that.
Yeah, I still love that because like the palate wise, like I always thought it was weird. Like the combination of like a fruit flavor and the chocolate Tootsie Center, which
I did too.
It does work, kind of.
It does oddly work.
It does work.
It does work. It does work.
Yep.
You know what?
On paper.
Do you remember the candy apple suckers? you remember this? That had like they were kind of like a Tootsie Pop, but they had caramel in the middle with like a green like.
Oh yeah,
Sounds
yeah.
familiar.
This is like Brock's made them.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of those, but
no, me neither.
Similar technology.
That's the kind of shit that grandparents had. You know, it was kind of like Werther's or those things.
Oh yeah, the Werther's original.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah,
love that shit. Yeah.
I love those commercials. Werther's Smith, can you tell me what it was like when you were a boy? Like they say, well, I have a couple of Werther's originals, Jimmy, and we'll sit down and tell you about the Greatest Generation. It's a lot like that.
We fought 2 wars and we won them both. Have some goddamn candy. You fucking pussies. Our children suck. They fucking lost the Korean conflict. They lost Vietnam. Then they lost the 70s as a whole.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh my god.
Stagflation. Our children invented that and they suck. Anyway.
That's good stuff.
That's about. I was a big fan of Jawbreakers back in the day. That was probably my.
I like Jawbreakers. Yeah, I like those a lot.
They used to have those ones that like they changed color. I think they were the everlasting Gobstoppers.
Yes.
Yeah, they would change colors.
They would change colors. I was a big fan of those. Despite the choking hazard. I don't know if they do Jawbreakers anymore. It was
the
communities just were like, can this candy kill a child? Let's find out. That was the process.
Tonight at 11.
Will this candy kill your child?
With Meryl Teller.
And now all we have to worry about is the rainbow fentanyl. Apparently, everyone's giving it this year. It's really that they can do a sour rainbow fentanyl. I think we'll be in good shape for.
I do remember I'm sure you guys recognize, 5 days after Halloween, you've got your little bag of candy. You've eaten all the good shit out of it. Then you're just kind of being like, I still want some candy, but this all sucks. And then you slowly be like, okay, well, this is a 2, but this is a 3, so I'll eat the 3 first. Out of 10, It's like, okay, I'll just keep working away till my mom takes the bag and throws it away.
The music started playing for some reason. Hold on, let me stop that.
Did you guys ever get like homemade goods when you were trick or treating? Like from people that you knew, they had they had like a special bowl, and they'd be like, "Hey, 1 second," and then you'd get like a Rice Krispie treat or some shit.
Yes,
you're like, oh my god,
trusted,
fuck yeah!
So like on the most favored nation status with like your neighbor, you got the good shit,
popcorn balls, that was a big deal.
Popcorn balls, yes.
Popcorn balls,
dude.
Cookies and Rice Krispie treats.
Cookies for sure.
Rice
Krispie plastic with like a little ribbon. Yeah,
I did get like there was one neighbor in Wichita that I remember like every like Halloween, her Halloween treat was 10 pennies wrapped up in some saran wrap. That was it. That was it. It looked more like a drug deal than it did a Halloween exchange. But it was
Oh my god.
That was
that's all at once, Matt.
Yeah, exactly. Just love individually
don't spend it all in one
pennies.
place.
10 pennies.
Oh no,
that woman would have known
that's
about
awful.
dimes. Oh, her life would have been a whole lot easier.
Had she known about her dimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. That changed her whole paradigm.
I don't know what, I'm trying to think what else weird. Like, if I ever got anything else weird for Halloween. Like,
loose change.
You mentioned
was
the
weird.
tooth kit. The what? The change? Yeah, change was a little weird.
Yeah, it was weird.
The change is a little weird. Yeah.
I never got like a can of soup or anything. Like
I did one time. I was at home. I just moved back from Florida. I was staying at my parents' house, and I ordered a pizza from Pizza Hut. And like an idiot, it was on Halloween night, and we had no candy. And my parents were at a party, of course. Of course, I don't know why you would think that, but anyway, they were at a party. And
your parents?
No, of course. Yeah, as soon as you said your parents, I was like, that makes sense. Yeah.
And anyway, I turned the light on to get a delivery for the Pizza Hut, and I got the delivery at Pizza Hut. I went into the house, and I was like, "Oh, I should turn that light off, or people are gonna think we're trick or treating or whatever." And I came back, and there was 2 kids. Ding ding.
Shit.
And I went, oh, fuck. I said, kids, do you like pizza? And they're like, pizza! And I gave them each a slice of pizza. They gave me each a slice of pizza.
That's awesome. I remember that.
And they went back to the car, and I was like, I waved at the mom. I'm like, I'm sorry, we don't have candy, but I gave them some pizza, and she's like, that's okay. And I'm like, okay, all right, I'm good.
But I hope you immediately turned the light out and hid in the basement.
Mom. All right,
I'm out of there.
It's like, so yeah, some kids got pizza. They were very excited about that. So I'm sure that's. I hope that someday. I hope that they still tell that story someday. It was fresh. It was right from the delivery man. So.
Oh my god, I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah. I bet they do remember that, Tyson.
I think they probably do.
Touching children's lives.
They have to. That is a memory.
That's it, man. If you can order like 20 personal pan pizzas, and then have them, hot in the oven, and when kids come up, and you'd be like cheese or pepperoni, and they'll be like, what? And like, here you go.
You'd be like a Little Caesars, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
What kind of pizza do you want, kid?
Yeah, whatever you want. Those are the kids that grow up later and like when they're teenagers, they're like, hey, can I mow your lawn for free? And they're like, yes, you can.
Yeah.
Never forgot that pizza.
As an adult, I feel like I forget like the privilege I have. I can eat whatever the fuck I want to every day. And you know what I mean? Like, and kids, like, they gotta have. It's like your younger brother being so excited over being able to go to McDonald's. I mean, it's just like it's a special treat. And
exactly.
So, yeah, I endorse it.
Yeah. And he still gets excited about McDonald's. Yeah, as an adult. Yeah.
I think that's probably the basis for our entire, overweight culture is that, we tell kids they can't have the food they want when they're growing up, and then when they turn 16, and they can drive, they can they have a little job.
The morning I got my license when I was 16. The first thing I did was I drove to McDonald's and got breakfast. I was like, I am a free man.
Oh my God, Smith, yes. Yeah. I did that a lot in high school.
Oh, yeah. Like it was. Yeah.
We used to drive
beautiful thing
in high school. We used to drive after school, like when I got my license when I was 15, my learner's permit. I would go with my friend Jason, and we would drive over to Hayes to get drive-through McDonald's, and then drive back to Waukee, because that's what you do when you're 15.
Oh, because you guys didn't have a McDonald's.
No, we didn't have McDonald's. We had a Dairy Queen and a Pizza Hut and
Chinese restaurant. Yeah, that was about it.
Wow.
So that was a big deal. What do you want to do after school? Let's go to Hayes and get a fucking
go to Hayes.
Yeah, for whatever reason, when we skipped to get lunch, it was always Burger King, because I think it was like the most direct path from Hayes High School, so you could really.
No, I suppose that's true.
Like kids don't have any. I mean, like there are cameras, and like back in the day, we could walk. I mean, like there was nobody watching to see if we left or like. I mean, so we would go out.
Back in the day, but when I went to high school, Pallister would always bust us because Kristen Allstat and I would go to Burger King, get Cinnaminis. We'd haul ass to make it to our first class, but then we'd usually park in the faculty parking lot in the back. And then he'd bust us every time. He'd be out there with his fist like, you girls, blah, blah, blah. And we're like, oh, with time. And just run in.
Yeah.
He never towed us.
You may not know this song, but there's a song called Let's Go All the Way by Sly Fox, I think is the name of the band.
Oh, yeah. Let's go all the way.
Sing a little?
And like the refrain, I always think he's saying, Cinnaminis. That was important to mention for some reason, but I always say Cinnaminis.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. I like that.
Yeah.
Here's what my dad's handing out. My mom was kind of giving him shit. He bought a bag of Jolly Ranchers, and he's gonna just put them out on the table.
I love Jolly Ranchers.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Mom's like, that's not really great, but the thing is, it turns out that Lincoln, my nephew, that's his favorite because he can eat it in school. He can sneak a handful.
Nice.
So any of that stuff you can sneak into school and eat during class, and no one
because it won't melt.
Yeah. So there's something there. I don't know.
There's something there. You should
instruct the children with that knowledge when you feel like, hey, by the way, you can sneak.
One time, my dad was driving through the bank drive-through in Waukee, and he always has a dog with him, and they handed him a cookie for the dog, and he just ate it, and they were like, that's for the dog. And so ever since then, 10 years later, every time they hand him a cookie, it's like, no, this is for the dog. I'm like,
that's great.
I look.
Rick.
The dog cookies that we get at our house, because we have friends at Three Dog Bakery and all this stuff, they're all human edible. They don't taste all the great, but I try every one of them just out of curiosity because mean,
why not?
Yeah, why not? They all taste like nothing for the most part. They just taste like nothing.
But the dog doesn't know what a cookie is. Like, this is what
Yeah,
always
my
got me.
dog is. But I mean, they taste something that I don't taste, and they love it.
But does it make them happy?
They love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it make them happy? Yeah.
I know you can't vouch for it. They're happy at the same time.
They start.
Do they wag their tail?
They sit down, smile, and they start singing that Sheryl Crow song. If it makes you happy, they love it.
That's
they
oh
love
my
it.
God,
That's
Tyson.
incredible. Incredible cookie. Wow.
That is. Wow.
Pretty
That's
good.
better than those pup cups I see on the internets.
We also have dog ice cream treats in our freezer that someday
Yeah,
I'm
my
just gonna
stepdad
eat.
does too.
Oh,
yeah.
We got some dog jerky when we were in Asheville a couple weeks ago, and it was like twice as expensive as like human jerky. And it didn't smell good, but I was like, why is this twice as expensive as human jerky?
Fuckers.
Yeah, well, I mean, because you have to keep it on the DL because you're killing all these dogs. People don't like that, so you have to charge extra for the dog jerky.
Oh,
I see what you did there. See what you did there.
I was just watching Matt's face, like, what?
Having known that, like, that seems like a bargain now. It really does. That seems like an absolute bargain.
That's right.
Yeah, you got to read the fine print, I guess. That's the lesson there. Woo. That
God.
poor dog that we gave it. Daisy, I'm sorry.
Poor dog.
I'm sorry, Daisy, about that.
Poor dog.
You gave me a look, but I looked at you like it was okay, and it wasn't. I'm sorry.
That's what you get.
Now, I'm curious, when did you guys stop trick-or-treating? Like, what was the age when you drew the line? I think mine was 8th grade.
I was going to say 8th grade.
I can't remember if we actually went out or not in the 8th grade. I want to say it was right around the end of middle school. It seemed like the appropriate time.
It's really when I stopped caring about candy. I still cared about Halloween and dressing up.
Right.
But I was just like the candy part. I was like, I don't want to put in the work. Like, can I just go to a party and drink some punch and eat some pizza? Yeah, that sounds better. Yeah,
I don't know.
8th grade. You, Tyson?
Probably 6th grade.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't go out 7th or 8th grade. So, I mean, yeah, probably 6th grade. But, it was, so I don't know. You know what I didn't like? I didn't like, all of my costumes were one of those molded faces, because I want to be Indiana Jones or Han Solo or whatever. And those are the worst, man. You can't breathe. You can't see. You're just like, And I never really liked any of that stuff. So I would just take it off immediately as soon as we got out of sight of the people. So I didn't really like dressing up because of the way that I was dressing up. So, because I wanted to be Indiana Jones or Batman or whoever, Superman. I've seen a lot of pictures of me as Superman, Spider-Man. So, yeah, I think it was a certain point I was just like, I don't know. These costumes are cheap.
Once we stopped doing like school stuff with it, I think, because we would even in middle school, maybe I can't remember if we did middle school dress up and like went to class. I know we certainly did. Like there was always that day in school.
I feel like we did a Halloween parade.
Yeah, I think that sounds familiar.
We did it in grade school. Yeah, I mean we
definitely did in grade. Yeah, but I think after that kind of faded because it was fun. You get to dress up and do a robot.
But I mean, even as an 8th grade, I mean, I guess I started working when I was in 6th grade, and even at that point, like I could buy candy, so it didn't, really, it's whatever. You had siblings. Yeah, you guys had siblings, so Sally and I would get home, and then we would trade candies, and I would always try that.
Oh, Matt and I did too, and my friends who I went trick or treating with, we did that.
Now, did you guys have to search for needles? Because I certainly remember having to go through when I was a kid, like going through with my candy with my parents and like, well, check it out.
No, I don't think that was a concern in Waukene, really. No, but I mean, maybe it was. I just don't remember doing it. Somebody handed, it would be, it was like, we went to the one house and they all just gave us Bic razors, and then I was like, that was too obvious, right? So I was like,
the dentist was like, it's a shaving kit. It's a shaving kit.
I still try to eat
just
it.
Just razor blades.
I wanted it.
I just remember that was the first thing as we'd have. Because now, were you bag people or were you lantern people? Because I was
both.
Yeah. I like the lanterns, but later in life, I think it seemed like I graduated to the bag.
Bag was easy. You could twist it, throw it over your shoulder.
Absolutely, it's far
whatever.
more flexible. I think did the grocery stores give those out? Is that right? When did we get you could get them free for some places?
We take our pillowcases sometimes. Like hobos.
You got a bindle. It's tied to a stick.
Oh, sure. You're not. Yeah. Speaking of hobos, you're not allowed to dress as a hobo anymore. It's like a classic that they've said.
I was even gonna say I should walk back that term.
You can't dress like a hobo.
I
mean, I don't know.
Can you not? Is that
apparently it's
insensitive now?
I think it's insensitive
for children among the poor and homeless. That's weird. I don't see.
Can't do it anymore. Can't do
Fucking
it.
We were pretty
liberal agenda.
Liberal agenda. I didn't have any fun.
I did go as a punk rocker one year. If I remember correctly.
A punk rocker?
That was a punk rocker.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was also a very common 80s Halloween costume.
Yeah.
I'm sure that tragically embarrassing.
I saw this. I was looking. Apparently, okay, so this is a bit of a story to get to the point. I was seeing online that they announced that the McRib is back for a limited time and then going away for a while, maybe never return. Lie, it'll be back next year.
Yeah, for sure.
But they're just being like, might come and check it out. May not come back. Like whatever. They said they were like, there's some merchandise that they were selling on McDonald's website about the McRib, and so I was like, well, that's interesting. So I went to the website to see what they had. All the McRib stuff was sold out, so much so they didn't even have pictures of it anymore. But
whoa,
I had forgotten about this. McDonald's had made Happy Meals, and in October they put them in these plastic tubs. It was like 3 different types of tubs. And they offered those again this year, which I thought was kind of cool. I mean, and if I really cared that much, I would have got a Happy Meal. But I mean, I don't. But I remember having those tubs one year.
Absolutely, yeah. Totally remember the little pumpkin face. Yep. Yeah, oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, there was a witch, there was a goblin, and a ghost.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Oh. Yeah. All right. Well, have we fulfilled our Halloween quotient on our?
Have we done enough on Halloween?
I think we have. I'm very happy.
I think
we
still
have some Halloween stuff to do.
This is just
like headlines.
She really wanted this to happen, so we all.
I'm happy. My heart is full right now. All right, let's do some headlines.
All right.
Headline of the week.
Nice twist on a regular theme. I like it.
Yes, it was. And executed flawlessly, as always. Even though it was a one-off. Or maybe we'll recycle it and use it for next year.
Maybe it'll be back next week. Machines broke.
Yeah, we'll do it next week. I like it.
Okay. Cancel. Okay, I've been saving this one. It's like really one of my favorites of the year. This is the headline. At this haunted North Texas house, the ghost will freak you all night long. And I'm just going to read some of this. This is the byline. The ghosts at this supposedly haunted house in Gainesville, Texas, reportedly like to talk dirty. They're sexual, the owner says. There's no other way to put it.
Sexy ghosts.
Yeah. So she tells this story. This is according to WFAA, News from North Texas. I highly recommend you look this up. I tried to grab the audio for this, but the video was hosted locally and I couldn't pull the audio. It sucked. But anyway, basically, they have this property. This couple has this property, and they can't get anybody to stay there. And people kept going. And finally, somebody was like, the reason no one's staying here is because the house is haunted. And they're like, and it's also full of kinky ghosts. And so she was there. And so she's like, finally.
Were they like tickling people's buttholes? I'm curious, like where the kinky, like.
it was all dirty talk. It was all dirty talk. She's like, at first, Hill didn't believe it. She's like, no, not at all. And that changed when she happened to take a shower at the property. Through the curtain, she then heard a dark figure whisper, "Looking good," at her. At first, she assumed it was her husband. Until a few seconds later, when her husband walked into the bathroom, he said, "Who are you talking to?" And I was like, "Oh my God, it really is haunted."
Oh my
It's
god!
not dirty. It's like mild flirtation.
I
Like
know,
that's
yeah.
just
It's
that's
like
like
looking good, sweetheart. Rumor has it the house was built in 1840s. That's an old ass house.
That is an old house.
Used to be a bordello. That's why Hill and many of the
Oh,
ghosts here tend to reveal themselves in a particular nature, sexual. She says there's no other way to put it. Um, it yeah. So anyway, if you look up this clip, she mimics the ghosts that she's heard or that they've.
I saw the clip. It's
I'm
it's
gonna have
well
to
worth
find
your
that.
time,
Yeah,
everyone,
it is.
Yeah.
listeners.
But this is some of the things they've heard. Oh baby, yeah. And she reads it like this. Oh baby, yeah. Which just makes it even great. Even greater. And then and here's the other thing that's kind of fucking weird. Oh, and this is when they say oh, I mean I'm reading that from the article. Oh, and there's also a 19-foot well underneath the living room. Some people believe it's a spiritual portal, which they have said may explain how so many different ghosts and spirits have ended up in the house, and in particular in the room right next to the door as well. Um, so yeah, if you go and look at this, there's just this huge fucking hole with a glass opening in the living room that has a 19-foot well drop in in their fucking living room. and then
Oh my
and,
god!
yeah, so that's creepy. Anyway, and they call it the murder room or whatever. And so
What the
now
shit?
they've turned it into an Airbnb, and they are
Airbnb.
and they are renting out to people who want to talk to horny
Get
ghosts.
haunted.
So
Interesting.
Huh.
I'm at the check.
yeah,
Where's it's in Texas apparently. Is that what you
it's in
said?
Gainesville, Texas. Yeah,
Gainesville, Texas.
uh,
Okay.
Where is
which is
Gainesville by? I should know
it's
this
north.
living in Texas.
Well,
Producers.
it's North Texas. So I think it's up close to the Oklahoma border, I believe. Um, anyway, it's a fantastic read, and even a much better watch because this is a local story, and they cheese it up and ham it up and all that stuff. But this woman is serious. She's like, this is fucking some bullshit we got going on in this house. Um, yeah, what's this? Oh, this is from CBS News. Car found buried at California mansion was a Mercedes-Benz reported stolen in 1992. Homeowner was arrested for murder and fraud. So
Whoa! Dun
anyway,
dun dun.
crews were excavating something in the backyard, and they found a buried 1992 Mercedes Benz. And the person that owned the car has been gone since 1992.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, so and there's some pictures of it too, which is pretty interesting. This is Northern California mansion 30 years ago and found no human remains. Authorities said Monday. Uh, said the scene made slight notifications of possible human remains on 3 separate occasions. This is according to they brought some dogs in. Um, anyway, I always am fascinated by people that will bury a car, to get rid of a.
That's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. It's so much work, and it's like that whole thing. I'll go back to like if you're Bruce Wayne and you have to hire a bunch of contractors to come in and build the Batcave, you know, how do you keep
That's
those
the point.
contractors from not telling everyone that they just built
Kill
this
them.
fucking kick-ass cave? Yeah, you kill them, right?
That's where you
Yep.
kill them.
That's the only way around it.
Yep.
It's like superhero 101.
That's right. Yeah. It is.
It's
It's
the
in
dark
the handbook.
side, but yeah, it's a little the logistics.
Build cave.
Yeah, a little
Kill
dark.
people who can build cave. Enjoy
And
hero
then-
status.
Good. Then do good. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, really, if you were that rich, I guess if I'm going to rewrite the book here, I'd be like, okay, I'm going to hire some contractors, some people to come in, do the work, and then I'm just going to pay them off like $2 million and move them to like Borneo or somewhere where they would just live their best life for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, that's a better idea. I like
and
that
no one
idea.
would ever believe that they built Batman's cave, or that guy's cave.
That's true. It would be
Cave.
like a.
Wait, so you don't believe that Batman and Alfred built it themselves?
Yeah, it seems. Alfred's pretty cool, but I don't know.
Alfred's pretty spry.
He is. He's spry. I don't know how he is with a backhoe though. I don't know. It's tough.
Maybe they found like a pre-existing Batcave structure and just.
Well, I mean, that obviously they did. But,
that's true.
But there's no way you're gonna find that fucking, where you can drive the car into the cave. I mean, that has.
That's true. Yeah.
How did that get built?
Somebody has to do that.
Their real estate agent hates them. Oh yeah.
There's an NBA player that built his own Batcave. I can't remember who it was. He built it in like Arizona, and he had all these contractors come in and build this underground, like, hidden door, and they could drive their cars into this man-made cave underneath his house, so he could. That is a perfect example of fuck you money.
Oh, absolutely.
That is a lot of fuck you money.
There's a I think it might be in Arizona or Southern California, but there's a Fred Flintstone house that I think somebody famous used to own.
For real?
Yeah, that's like that style. Yeah, that's after that. That's on my, if I ever have that kind of crazy money, that's on the list. Yeah,
it was up for sale recently.
I think that's why
years ago. That's why I found out.
Yeah, you know that the one that totally off subject, but the one opportunity I had in my life that I wasn't old enough, but when I was I think I was like 21 or 22, the Goonies house went on sale for eBay, and I think it sold for like $170,000 or something like that. But that's heartbreaking. Anyway,
that is heartbreaking.
Like, it was like the early days of eBay too, like in the late '90s, where people were kind of like, it was totally weird. You could buy a house on the internet, but
that's all right. We're all gonna get rich somehow. We're all gonna.
That's right. Somehow.
Somehow, some way.
Somehow, some way.
This is my final one. Also kind of Halloween related. This is from USA Today. Kentucky man posed as a dead body on TikTok for 321 days. Now he's going to be on CSI. Did you see this?
No.
Kentucky native Josh Nally has zero acting experience, but he's so natural at playing dead. He's been cast to play a dead man on an upcoming episode of the popular CBS show CSI Vegas. I got an email from CBS that said they'd seen me on TikTok and wanted to offer me the part. Now he's told the Courier Journal, part of the USA Today network. At first, I didn't believe it, but they flew me out to California. It turned out that Mario Van Peebles was the director for that episode. How about that? Yeah. Talk about star power.
Yeah, no kidding.
The director for that episode. So besides getting cast in the show, I also got to meet him, which was great. So dreams do come true, kids. I mean, I just don't.
You don't ever do the job.
That's the moral of that story. Yeah.
Yes. Wow.
I mean,
he stopped believing.
Yeah, I mean, he did it. He just posed as a dead body for in different poses, because he's showing his range.
That is fucking hilarious.
For less than a year, and he got a job. So keep on going, kids.
Yeah, persistence.
I want to watch that episode.
Never give up.
To see if he breathes.
See if he blew it.
If you could see if he blew it, that would be great. But I hope not, for his sake.
I do too.
Also, he's going to get a SAG card, for fuck's sake. And I don't know if you guys know anything about SAG cards, but that's insurance for life.
Is it? I didn't know that.
Is it really?
Oh wow.
Yeah. Under if you are a SAG member, you have insurance for life, health insurance and retirement insurance. So.
Well, wow. Okay.
Now I'm sure that I am not making that up, and I'm sure
I need to get on NCIS, I guess.
I'm not sure that I'm telling it exactly the way it's supposed to be, but you do get a lot of
spreading lies.
Misinformation, young lady.
Listeners
not
are like,
not lies, misinformation.
Misinformation.
Oh, that's it. Yes. Apologies.
Most often he's okay. This is from the article. Okay, there's one more thing. Although the locations are always different, his postures seldom vary. Most often he's face down in snow, dirt, grass, or rocks on the bank of a river, someone's front lawn, or a local park.
I'm impressed.
Occasionally, Nally changes up his quote dead guy pose and slumps against a crumbling brick wall, or reclines headfirst at the foot of a set of stairs. So he's got a range, right? We know this.
I guess.
Yeah.
Man,
So,
like the
that
new
produce those shows.
yeah,
Wow, they're
like the
through.
new planking for lazy people. It's an
Mom
internet
and Dad were
sensation.
here for like 3 days this week. They stayed Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, which was really nice. But we watched so many episodes of CBS television that I can't even tell you. Like, I mean, we
It
watched,
happens. Yeah.
yeah, we watched a lot of it, and they're all the same. They're all like very predictable, but there's likable characters. There's
Uh-huh.
subplots. I mean, it's easy television. It's so easy. You're just like, whatever. Even I was like, all right, it's fine, whatever. Like, I mean, So,
Kind of into it. It's
well,
fine.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I will be. There'll be that equivalent to me, in 20 years, and I'll be watching it. It'll probably be on the Superstation, TBS, if that's still around. Um, It'll probably be like some hybrid of a Family Guy and that '70s show that somehow worked its way into the nation. Um, and Eric Foreman will be the star. Anyway, those are my headlines.
Well
Yay.
done. Well done.
That's
Smith,
enough.
Yeah, I got.
what do you got?
Let me go run through. Just kind of most of these are just kind of random. Divorce Watch complete. Tom Brady and Giselle Bundchen are divorced, and they're not staying friends, as the Gawker headline. So apparently the divorce has been finalized, I guess. Tom Brady.
It has?
Yeah.
Is it finalized?
Uh-oh.
I know they're both getting out.
Yeah, they're getting out. So
Brady's gonna get all up in that Republican.
Oh my god! Oh, absolutely, that's the path he's going to take. You're absolutely right. He's
Did
like,
you see that?
Oh, you're absolutely right.
Oh, he's in for so many crazy bitches.
You see that headline where DeSantos and Brady are texting each other? But
oh yeah, they're buds, best buddies.
Oh good. Oh good.
Yeah, I know.
So,
yeah,
I got rid of him this week, guys. Just so you know, on fantasy.
He's like, I think he's like 0-3 for like the last. Yeah. So
and he sucks. Yeah,
he's a really shitty year, and I couldn't be happier about it. It's It's like
talk about the work.
Yeah.
He went back to work. He lost his wife. He's going to have partial control of his children. He's going to have a losing season.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And he's going to want to come back, and they're going to be like, no, we don't think so. Probably not. I don't think so.
Did you guys see
he's
that?
He's going to want to redeem himself. You're absolutely
right.
Yeah.
He will. And he's gonna Joe Theismann his ass if he's not careful, and he's going to break his fucking leg. And, whatever. He's such a fucking supposedly superior specimen. We'll see how he feels after going back this year and he breaks his leg and then he fucking hurts him every time it's about to rain the next day. Let's see how he deals with that shit.
I know the dude has more money than God. Why? I mean, well, half the money that God has now, probably.
Yeah.
But
she's gonna bleed his
still,
ass dry.
Why? Like just that alone, like you're. It's gonna hurt for the rest of your goddamn life, like you forever. Like why?
I saw a story.
I don't get it.
I saw a story this weekend that said when he met Giselle, who, as far as I can tell, is the winner in this game because she was like, "I did all this stuff for you. Now it's my turn," and he's like, "Nah, fuck you. I'm gonna go back and play."
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, I mean, and so.
You can't talk to a woman with an umlaut in her name like that. You can't do it. You can't do
it.
He didn't talk to her about it. He didn't talk to her about it. He just announced it. He didn't even talk to her about it. He called a press conference and said, "I'm coming back." Didn't tell his wife.
God.
And her whole thing was like, "Okay, you're retiring, right?" And he's like, "Yep. More time for you, more time for the kids, and you can do whatever you want." But anyway,
that's a big dick move.
Yeah,
it is a super dick move. And also, like, this is the other thing that I found is that the guy who set them up, this is what he told them. According to a thing that I read, he said, "Tom, I met this girl. She's like the female version of you." And then he told Giselle, I met this guy. He's like the male version of you. They got together, fell in love with their own egos, had some kids, and somehow it didn't work out. What the shit? Like, what a surprise, everybody. Like, anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry, Matt. Sorry. But
no, it's fine. I'm glad you're as happy about this, I guess, as I am, because it is.
Tyson, as we all know, is up with the hot goss when it comes to celebrity couples in general.
It's today, 3 times this week, I went to my, my little Apple news story, that you go to the left.
I guess I'll check out people.
Top stories. 3 times this week, there were 2 Tom Brady stories in 4 stories. I was like, Jesus Christ. Anyway, whatever. At one point, I was just like, fine, I'll just read them all.
Tom.
Not anymore. No, I think he's like that's the greatest thing about this. I think they're gonna dislike him. I think he's yeah. Can't get no love. No more SI supermodels for you, Tom.
It's no, he's gonna
get some love from Bobert and what's her name?
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. He is going to turn into a right-wing super douche and win an election somewhere. I mean, they're probably going to get Herschel Walker to win. This guy, oh my God, yeah.
Yep.
President Tom Brady.
I'm serious. Let's move to Amsterdam.
I will say, and I've said this before, I love watching Tom Brady lose, and I love sad Tom Brady face. I will watch a Tampa Bay game to watch his sad, stupid face. I mean, it makes me happy. Like, he's angry and sad.
Oh, yeah.
And he's also miserable at home. So it's just great across the board.
Like, constant misery.
It's like, so fuck you and your 20 fucking Super Bowl rings and your fucking nonsense.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
I love it.
It's okay.
It's good.
Right. Next up, this is somewhat Halloween appropriate. Joy Behar continues to insist she had a menage a trois with ghosts. Casper was not a generous lover.
God damn it. Sorry, Tice, but Smith just became king of the podcast.
Yeah, you're
right there.
Just a couple days ago.
Wow.
Just real quick, Joy Behar of The View scared up a lot of controversy. I see what he did there. Last week when she claimed that she had a carnal encounters with a ghost, but she stuck on her story on Thursday's episode. Behar first made the spooky sex claim on October 20th while the panel discussed a story about a Texas woman who believes her house is haunted by horny ghosts. So we've tied the whole thing back to that. And then Joy offered this. I had sex with a few ghosts, and I never got pregnant. She told her coworkers. A titillating topic coming again on Thursday's show during a discussion about the New York Times article about people who believe their homes are haunted. View panelist Sarah Hines noted that the attention Behar received after her first confession, Joy embraces hers, intimately so. Everyone is talking about your sex with ghosts. It broke the internet. Behar doubled down on the claim and insisted her spooky sex sessions were legit, although not necessarily pleasant. So let me get the record straight, okay? It's all true. It's all true. It's all true. 3 times. Behar said, I have had sex with ghosts. I just thought Casper was not a generous lover. The menage a trois, it was almost like having sex with myself. So yes, it's true, ladies and gentlemen. So
I like first off, I just want to say that she pointed out she didn't get pregnant, which means that she might believe in ghost sperm, which makes me happy.
Maybe,
yeah. That's like interdimensional, like.
Well, that's like the story of Jesus Christ. I mean, that's how the Antichrist is going to get born, right?
Not far off, yeah. Although, yeah. I don't know, Joe. Like, why would you? I mean, if you're going to tell it, it seems like something you would mention. Like, just, I don't know. Like, wouldn't wait for it to become like a hot topic. And by the way,
that woman.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I had a thing in my dorm room in college. It was yeah. I don't know. It's anyway.
I mean, Dan Aykroyd had some action in Ghostbusters 1, so maybe it's...
Yeah, he did.
That's a good point.
Yeah, Dan.
I believe that. Yes, that's a story.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Local news, 111th House flyer race 111th House race flyer draws statement from Ed Hammond. So I don't know if you guys saw this or not.
Yes.
But some group sent out one of those political flyers. And not only did they get his name wrong, they called him Tom Hammond. So they didn't even know who they were running against. This was his brother who died like 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh, no.
So it was really in poor taste. There's nothing much more to it. I think he's going to win, which is awesome. Like, I think he's got the name recognition. And
wait, what is he running for?
He's the House, Kansas House, Kansas Legislator House.
He's running against Barb Wassinger.
Yes.
What's his name? What do they call him? He had a nickname for like how he would spend or he would get money. He was like, I mean, this is 20 years ago, so if you don't know it, it's fine. No, but
I don't know. We called him Fast Eddie just because we,
Fast Eddie.
That's what we called him.
What it was.
Yeah, that I heard. Yeah. I love Ed Hammond. He's great. Yeah. I mean,
Fast Eddie's House of Affordable Success. Yeah. Was he really? Yeah. No, I've met him a few times. He's a good dude.
He's really nice. I like Barb too, but like, I'm just not gonna go there. We don't see eye to eye politically at all.
Yeah. And that's the unfortunate thing is but. Yeah. So anyway, you gotta get your names right. You gotta get your names right on your feet. So,
you just do.
And full disclosure, it was like a pack. It wasn't her, but blah blah blah.
It wasn't. But you know what, Smith? When I read that, I was like, "Oh, is Barb tied to this? If she is, that's some shady shit."
Yeah. Bitch. Well, let's see. You know what? If you're gonna let these groups go out and represent you, and so that's what happened. So anyway, win at all costs, people, right?
That's their motto.
The last one that I had. Was just the headline itself was super long. I sent it to you guys last night because I just thought it was awesome. So bear with me. Obviously, as we know, Nancy Pelosi's husband was attacked in his home in San Francisco on Friday by some nut job looking for Nancy. And so he proceeded. I don't know the full details of the story, but he was in surgery today for a skull fracture. So
they were hitting each other with hammers, right?
Yeah.
It was a hammer attack. Hammer attack.
Well, they were fighting each other with hammers.
Fighting each other.
Crazy. So, anyway, so there was just the Daily Mail had this headline pictured Hemp jewelry maker, 42, at nudist wedding who broke into 82-year-old Paul Pelosi's $6 million San Francisco home in his underwear, fractured his skull with a hammer after shouting, "Where's Nancy?" and had a hit list of other politicians. So apparently he just went in with his underwear and was looking to hit Nancy over the head with a hammer. Not the greatest plan, probably. But it's probably not the greatest plan. It's Ocean's 11-16. This is not, no. So anyway, it's really kind of a sad deal.
It is sad.
Sometimes when people have no plan, they end up doing the best work they're trying to do, even though they have no idea what they're doing. They fail upwards. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying, I'm not trying to make light of this whole deal, but like the likelihood that this happened, plus the fact that the cops got there before he was bludgeoned to death somehow.
Which is so weird. Yeah, I don't understand that whole thing either. Weird. Like that the police were there, and so thank God it wasn't like a probably wasn't the most competent person to do thing. That's a good thing.
Probably not.
Well,
he was a jewelry maker and nudist, right? So he's definitely got it going on when it comes to planning things.
So anyway, that was kind of a downer. That was my last one. I just thought they really enjoyed the headline. And
I did enjoy the headline. Yeah,
it was It's like with a headline like that, you don't even have to read the article, which I appreciate.
That's true.
That's what most people do anyway. So I think we just need to. That actually might make America like 50% smarter. We just need to make the headlines twice as long, twice as much information.
Twice as much information.
I like this. I'm going to save America.
Smith, I'm surprised you didn't want to bring up Elon Musk.
Oh, we do. I didn't really have a specific article on this, but as people are probably well aware of now, he has completed the acquisition of Twitter for about 40% over its retail value. So congratulations, Elon. You did a wonderful job.
Buddy. Yeah, nailed it. And you're the smartest man on the planet.
So, and this was I saw this meme this morning. I meant to send you guys, but he made this statement on Twitter about how the bird is now free. And there was this little meme on Reddit I saw, and it just said, yeah, the bird is now free to say the N-word, which I was like, yeah, that's pretty much what he meant by the bird is free. I laid off a bunch of people, laid off like 3 or 4 C-suite people, laid off the person who was responsible for banning quite appropriately President Trump's Twitter account after the January 6th.
He did?
No, he fired the woman who did that. The Trump team so far, now this is interesting. So far, Trump is saying that he's going to stick with Truth Social, which that man's word is his bond, Tyson. That man's word is his bond, and it is a junk bond. So I'm sure he'll be back on. He'll be back on Twitter within days.
Matt with a 1990s junk bond reference. Good work, buddy.
Yeah, thank you. Full circle. I did have a headline. Let me see if I can find it. I did actually have a headline on this. Didn't
he take a picture of him carrying a sink, and he's like, "I'm taking over Twitter. Let that sink in."
Yeah. The article I found said basically like welcome to hell, Elon, because he does have this really. It's not a technical problem. Like this is like it's not a technical problem. This is not.
That's right.
It's a societal like how to make money and be appropriate. It's a cultural problem. Which Elon is not adept at like this kind of thing. No, he's like Zuckerberg in this capacity. Like these so-called geniuses are useless when it comes to shit like this. So.
He's so on the spectrum that he thinks his ex-girlfriend was a simulation that he created.
So let's let him sort of form American dialogue. I think that's a fantastic idea. Yeah.
Great idea.
So, I mean, as soon as he said, we need a public forum for the future, I was just like, dude, are you kidding me? Like, someone's going to come in and just, like, take he's going to lose so much money on this deal. It's going to be awesome. Let me just put it that way. I was like,
I'm glad you mentioned it because I love the public square analogy. He's like, I'm going to be the public square. The thing is, if you show up to the public square without your pants on, people ignore you because you look fucking crazy. That's the difference. It's like it's online. It's like there's no accountability in the town square. If you get up, what's the Hollers, whatever that place, Criers, something in London. There's like this park that's kind of known for like Criers Court or something like that.
Original,
yeah. And they would like stand up on a milk carton and people would shout at them if they were being idiots. There's accountability in a public square. There's not online, and that's like where he's completely wrong. I'm going to
give you the podcast, Matt, for that analogy in and of itself. I mean, you won the podcast.
Well,
I think you did prior, but yes, I just sealed
I mean,
the deal.
when you show up,
I had this shit
tell
locked
everyone.
Down 7.5 minutes
I was
ago.
gonna say, Smith was already on top, but that.
But anyway, I don't know. Like it'll be. I think it's. I don't know. Like I think it's going to be a shit show. There's a ton of advertisers.
He's calling himself the Chief Twit on Twitter.
Yes,
This is just the beginning of the end.
Yes, and it's an easy one, but I'm going to say it. Chief Twat is much more appropriate. It's just opened himself up for it, and it's going to be. I don't know. It's going to be interesting, but I think he's losing a little bit of his luster. I would love to feel how Tesla long term feels about this idiot.
Oh my God. Did you see that their stock plunged when he bought Twitter when that deal went through?
Yeah.
I'm sure it wasn't good news, so it'll be interesting. I think what'll be really interesting to see is how media reacts to this. Like if media treats Twitter with the same, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of legitimate media sources that source, not source information, but like anecdotally, kind of up its value by linking to Twitter. And so I don't know.
For sure.
We'll see. I'm sure Americans will do the right thing in the end, though. So I'm not really worried about it.
We just get tired of shit, right? Like Americans just get tired of stuff.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I mean, we're getting tired. I mean, I guess I don't want to step on your headlines, Doss. But I mean, are you going to talk about Kanye West? Because
yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. And
then we can just
let's talk about Kanye West.
But Kanye West escorted out of Skechers headquarters after showing up uninvited. This is an actual thing that he did last week after Adidas said bye-bye.
He was actually spotted at K-Swiss today. I heard that. It's not true.
with a film crew again?
Yeah, right, with a film crew.
What does this fucking guy think he's going to get? And then also, people that started Skechers, Jewish.
It's a bad idea.
It was an awful idea. It was
the worst.
Yeah. You think somebody on his team would have been like, we should
not do this. Yeah.
Maybe we shouldn't go to the Wasserberg's company and,
Yeah. Well, Adidas only gets so much credit here because, first of all, it took them a while to kind of respond to this. They were kind of a little late to the game, but I was listening to something the other day and it said that the way that the disclosure agreement, they're basically still going to sell his products because they own like the shoe designs and everything. They're just going to de-label them. It's going to be like Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Once like Mike Tyson, got accused of rape, it just becomes Punch Out. Like, they're just doing the exact same thing. Dropped a little 8-bit knowledge on there. There you go. But
can we all agree that the Yeezy is an ugly shoe? I would never pay.
I don't know that I've seen it actually.
I've never seen it.
It's bad. I mean, they're like $300+ and they're terrible.
Yeah,
white guys love them. Though.
I've never spent more than $120 on a pair of shoes. Yeah. I mean, never.
So I don't know. I have to imagine
that was a
one-time
thing,
like probably isn't great with money. Like I have to imagine there's just not this like financially sound person sitting in Kanye's brain somewhere.
No,
so and he's got a lot of this. So I'm hoping because one of the things that enables Kanye West is his money and the freaking sicko fans that follow him with a camera crew. They're like, he's going to do some crazy shit today. Yeah. Which, by the way, that's a smart move for any documentary film crew, just to follow that dude around for a while.
Yeah. Well, somebody came out and said that used to work for him, and I just heard this and I haven't. I can look up the article, but basically he said that he worked. Part of the problem that Kanye West had was that he kept saying that Adolf Hitler was such a good inspiration, and he kept talking about how he needed his organization to do what Adolf did, which was like he was like Adolf garnered so much power and so much control. He's like, there must be something in that thing. And this former employee was like, it caused a lot of strife, in the organization, So I don't know how true any of this stuff is, but like this former employee was like, he wouldn't shut up about fucking Adolf Hitler and how impressive and inspirational he was, considering how he went from nothing to gathering all this power, And I'm like, if any of that is true, if 10% of that is true, I wouldn't be surprised at all. Like, I mean, I was just like, but whatever.
Yeah. It really is amazing just kind of what, that's the biggest problem, right? Is nobody's talking truth to power, and they're just all, feeding off of him, and, and they won't, because like if you were, if you said something like that, I'd be like, you gotta lay off the acid, Tyson. But like, but I mean, seriously, like nobody, like that's the problem is people sitting like, oh my god, he's fucking crazy, but we'll sit here and continue to work with him. And so anyway,
yeah, well, they want that Christmas bonus, right? I mean, I don't know what he's paying people, but it's like shit.
Yeah. Well, the Gap got rid of him, so no more trash bags at the Gap full
of trash bags. Wear. Sorry, everyone.
I know. Oh.
Get your shitty clothes out of other trash bags. Yeah.
The tickle me Elmo of the 2022 Christmas season. But,
he will be running for some.
Oh, absolutely.
Governorship at some point,
or VP.
He's gonna run in 2024. I'm serious. Like he's gonna try.
Yeah.
Tucker Carlson will give him a platform. So whatever.
Yeah, he will.
Yep.
He will. Just edit out the really crazy shit. I wonder if they ever figured that out. After people, they Fox a bunch of new footage. I think we talked about the last podcast, but leaked, and they were trying to figure out who leaked it. But
I haven't seen any.
Yeah, it's on my to-do list.
So I don't think they found it. So
no, I don't
have a saboteur in their midst. I like it
a little bit.
All right.
I just had one other headline. This was from Eater. And it was about basically like the headline is, so apparently one of San Francisco's hottest new restaurants might be haunted. And this is just kind of a Halloween rant, if you will. So this new sushi restaurant called Hand Roll Project, apparently some of the staff has started seeing like, in the break room, a shadow lady sitting at a table, like things like that are spooking, the staff. And it's happened before with other owners of this restaurant, and whatever. So one guy at this hand roll place did his research and discovered that, oh my gosh, this disgruntled chef got murdered, like basically outside of this place years ago. And so people keep buying this shit and then, reshaping it into something else. And then lo and behold, oh my gosh, there are ghosts here. My question to everybody buying this, these sort of places is like, do you do your research before you buy a haunted like restaurant? Like anybody out there? Because I keep hearing about this and like people like Zach Baggins and his brigade of idiots, that's how they keep getting paid, because lo and behold, oh my gosh, it's haunted. We should call a television crew to help us with this situation. So anyway, Hand Roll Project in San Francisco. Maybe you should have looked into this. Sorry, guys. It's so ridiculous. But I'm sure Zach will pick it up. They'll be on next season and, get more people in there.
Ghost tourism is like a big deal. I mean, it's kind of a big deal, right? I mean, the people like it.
Yeah. Well, like I think like ghost investigation has become somewhat of a business that people can get involved in.
Interesting.
Yeah. And so, yeah, and ghost tours, Tyson, like you buy a haunted place, you discover it's haunted, like, oh well, maybe we
Profit.
make some money off of this. Yeah, exactly. So it's a thing in America happening right now.
Meanwhile,
Check it out.
did you get your haunted Bible that I sent you yet? You didn't say anything.
Nope.
Okay, good.
Great. Thanks, Tyson. I hope it gets here on Halloween. And I hope it's delivered by a really creepy person.
That I hope so too.
Can't wait.
It's just a copy of the Bible I got when I was confirmed. It's not haunted. It's just bitter.
It's from a Motel 6 in Pittsburgh, Kansas.
It's got my name engraved
I
on
hope
it.
so. Can't wait. Can't wait. We were in Boulder earlier today, and we came across this like I don't know thrift store, and there was this creepy little 3-foot doll, and I got out my phone to take a picture to send you guys. Then I was like, no, I'm not gonna give those bastards any fuel. Just put my phone away. I'm gonna keep walking.
You know it's too well. You know it's too well.
Yeah,
so.
You do.
Yep,
We could have had some fun with that, but whatever. Now.
We could have had a lot of
whatever.
fun.
We're definitely not going to send you anything haunted now. That's certainly not going to happen.
Whoops, shouldn't have said that.
Shouldn't have. I don't know, the creepy liver guy. What's that?
It's the
haunted beer bottle.
It's haunted by the ghost of the beer that just went into my body that's gone now.
Oh, God. You guys want to do some plugs?
Yes.
Plugs!
That was good. I like that.
Yeah, it's good.
Did you guys know that I was once because of this outfit, because of it was used to be form fitting, and I used to be weigh a little bit more. People said that I had the sweetest muffin butt in Orlando. You want to take a look at it?
Let's see that butt, Tice.
Let's see that muffin butt.
No visible panty lines. That's how it worked. Also, the only people that said I had the sweetest butt in Orlando were all men, so I don't know what the fuck that is. And they were all hetero men. It makes it worse. But anyway, go ahead. Play the jingle.
Oh, starting that. No, you missed it.
You missed the jingle.
I'll do it again for Tyson.
Too busy showing the audience your ass. And,
Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah. All right, so I have a lot of plugs, but I'm gonna go very fast. So let's talk about music. Archers of Loaf put out their first record in 22 years. Very not the same, but also just as good. I would say just good in different ways. Sarah and Tegan put out a new record. Although
Tegan and Sarah.
Yeah, I guess I've written it down as Texan and Sarah. That's not right. But I like it. I what I've heard. I've heard most of it, but I like it's less poppy than like.
So they kind of went back to the
kind of their other thing.
Okay. That was weird. Like that. What the Tegan and Sarah record that they did. That it took me. I liked it, but it took me a while because it was.
I liked
the
last
clean.
two.
Like it was hard.
Okay.
The last two. I mean, it's very poppy. They're trying to get but and I appreciate artists trying to do that, but this is dialed back. So it's less.
Okay.
It's less. And then Sloan put out a new record, and
Ooh,
those people who don't know, if anyone listening doesn't know who Sloan is, they're basically Canada's, or like I would say the world's. I mean, I hate to compare them to the Beatles, but they are as good as the Beatles, I would say, and partially because they all work together so well as songwriters. So it's all quite good. I did watch a new movie this week because I was gonna watch X and the sequel or the prequel this week.
Ooh, you definitely have to do that.
Have you seen the prequel yet?
I've not seen the prequel. Jonas has, but yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
X is amazing.
But I did watch this movie called Barbarian. And it is.
You did?
I did.
I want to see it. Cool.
Yeah,
okay.
It is good. It is. It's streaming on Hulu. You can watch it now. And it is. It's a horror movie that is constantly like it subverts almost everything you expect to happen. So it's really pretty great, because a lot of horror movies like, okay, he's gonna kill her or she's gonna whatever, and all this stuff, and then in this movie you have no idea what's going on in a good way uh, until the very end. And I will say that at the very end, the song they play over the credits is I laughed out loud as soon as I recognized what the song was. It was perfect. So yeah, I highly recommend watching Barbarian if you want to see a scary movie that's based in reality. It's not supernatural. It's not. It's
Okay.
like it's not one of those kind of movies. It is absolutely something that could happen down the street from your house. So
Justin Long's in it, right?
yeah, and he's quite good. It's weird. The movie ends kind of uh, 32 minutes into the movie, and then it's like it starts a second movie, and then those two movies have a collision course at a certain point, and then you're just like, holy shit. So anyway, I highly recommend it. Bill Skarsgård's in it.
Cool.
The lead is Justin Long's great. The lead is quite good. I had not seen her in anything before. Anyway, so look that up if you want to watch a scary movie. May, is it May? That's the prequel to X, or is it?
Yes.
It's May.
No, wait, hold on. Producers, I don't think so.
Anyway, I'm gonna watch that this week. I might watch it in the hospital when Beth's passed out. That would be funny. Scare my ass up.
It's called Pearl.
Pearl, that's it. Yeah. So I've never seen X, even though I wanted to see it.
Good.
So I might watch it.
At Alamo.
I might watch it in reverse order. I might watch the prequel, which came out second. Watch it first, and then watch. X.
Do that.
Yeah, I'm just curious to see how that goes. And since it's Halloween, I'm just going to go over a few excellent television shows that I think I've plugged all these before. But Little Demon, which is on Hulu. Los Spookies, which is on which
HBO,
is really
right?
Yeah, it's more the HBO Max. It's more of a comedy, but it's still got like little bits. Paranormal Wellington, which is on HBO Max. What We Do in the Shadows, which is on Hulu, and then there's a show called Abbott Elementary, which it's winning lots of awards, and it's but anyway, they did a Halloween special this week. That was
cool.
It was laugh out loud. Like I've watched it 3 times. I laughed out loud so many times. Yeah, and I've seen it 3 times, and I laughed every time I watched it. So anyway, I highly recommend those shows. But really, you should check out those records as well. So those are my plugs, and no unplugs this week. I felt like we're going to be positive this week.
Damn,
I like that.
Well, that makes one of us, I guess. Smith has some.
I do not, actually.
I got a couple fired up and ready to go.
Don't. I just have a couple quick ones. Just kind of what to watch in the next few days. Weird, the Al Yankovic story is being released on Roku on November 4th.
Okay.
November 4th. I do not have Roku, but I have other means.
You're going to get it just for this?
Yes,
and then...
Tyson Dinas, right there, waving his hand.
I do have Roku.
You do have Roku. Oh, fantastic. Yeah. So I'm excited, very excited about that. I was a big Weird Al fan. So yeah, excited to have that finally coming out. And then the other one I wanted to recommend was something I started watching when I was in Ann Arbor this weekend. I saw my sister in the weekend. Is A Friend of the Family, which is on Peacock. And it is a dramatization on the Netflix documentary Abducted in Plain Sight, which came out about 5 years ago, I think. If you have not seen, I don't know, I'm looking, I think you guys have both seen that documentary, but I'm trying to, I think I would almost advise watching the documentary after the series, because I think you're going to be
so unbelievable.
It's so unbelievable. I think you're going to be like, there's no fucking way these parents were that terrible. And they are. And so,
no, they're awful. Right when you think they can't be more terrible, they do something else and you're like, holy shit.
My favorite thing about it is, like, they're in the movie. Like, they're in the documentary. Like, both her mother and father, like, it's just, and it's so really excellent documentary. Probably one of the better true crime documentaries on Netflix. And it's short. It's like 90 minutes. It's not that long. The series is excellent. Most episodes are out. I think the 9th one might have been released this week. So yeah, excellent. Amazing, really good cast. What's the woman's name that was from what's her name? She was from True Blood, and
Anna Paquin.
Yeah, Paquin's excellent in it. It's just really, really, really well done. So kudos to Paramount, or not Paramount,
the guy that plays him. I can't think of his name, but he was in a movie with Jenny Slate called Obvious Child. Yeah. Which is actually a very cute rom-com.
Oh, good. Okay.
Well, he was in White Lotus. He was in the first season of White Lotus.
That's where I know from. Okay. And that's also coming back, I think.
He was also he was also in the last season of The Office.
Was he really?
Yeah, he was.
That guy gets around. All right.
Yeah.
No, it's
so. Let me ask you this question, because I read a review about it, and like they said that, because I haven't seen either one, and I'm not going to watch the other one. I'm going to watch the documentary, but basically the parents are executive producers, right, of the show that's on Peacock, right?
Yes,
yeah.
I believe so.
And they're on it. And didn't they try to like kind of change it so they didn't look like they were absolutely terrible parents, but they still are terrible parents?
So that was because like here I had that exact same thought, because I in my opinion, like they really are very, very nice to the parents in the dramatization. Like they make them look like normal, sane people. But I was struggling with that. Like, how do you? And I think it may have just been like a storytelling device that they kind of had to use almost, because I don't know, like how in. I wondered about that, because it does seem like, yes, they present the parents in an incredibly positive light. When you watch the documentary, you'll be why.
Considering what happened, right? Like they're terrible people, right? I mean,
absolutely.
Well, they're not terrible people, but they're terrible parents. Let me put it that way.
Right, yeah.
Yes.
And they just made some really bad decisions that they don't, like, even today, don't seem all that terribly regretful of. Just sort of
they've had two things now.
That's right. Yeah.
Where they had to make their case.
That's a good point.
They still look terrible.
They look really bad. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
I heard the acting was excellent, though. I heard it was. Really
excellent. Yeah. But that is a really valid point. Is that it does make them look far more competent than I'm sure they were in real life. And that's it. That's what I got.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay. I got some stuff. Okay, there is a new series on AMC Plus. Anne Rice's Interview with a Vampire. It's sexy, it's smart. And they have really great intro credits, which you guys know I love, but the way they've done it, it's like so fucking cool. Looks like a fucking mouth. Vampire teeth. Which I know, Tyson, you love teeth, so get ready. Yeah. It's awesome. Oh man. Then there's go ahead.
I was looking at, if anyone's watching the feed right now, Matt actually looks like Marty McFly being like, "Seriously, Doc?" Right now. He's just leaning in right now. Sorry. I just saw it and I was like, "Doc, what? Doc, so what?" Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Oh my god.
There's a little like JVC camcorder. I think that would dude. That would add to it.
Yeah, for sure. Yes. There's a new series on Netflix, Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities. This is quite good. 8 short stories. It releases every Wednesday. And he's just one of the greatest minds in horror, in my opinion.
Agreed.
He did Pan's Labyrinth. He did The Shape of Water. Just fucking brilliant guy. I love it. It has very like Twilight Zone, only like contemporary theme going on to it. It's cool. And we watched the first episode and it actually scared me. I had nightmares, not gonna lie. So shocker. And then here I go again, plug in another podcast, but that's what I do while I'm sourcing candidates. So sorry. I listen to ours too, just
I don't know why you think we don't like it when you plug podcasts. It's fine. It's just another piece of media.
I feel a little judgment. That's fine. Maybe it's my own shit. I'll talk to my therapist about it. It's fine. So the podcast is called Jim Harold's Campfire Podcast. And if you have not listened to this, and it's on all the platforms, but it's this older gentleman who just loves to talk about the paranormal and like UFOs, aliens, all kinds of stuff. And he basically like has people come on and tell their ghost stories. It's great.
Okay.
But the latest episode, 575 has one of the creepiest doll stories I've ever heard in my life. And it's told by this lovely gay man. So it's like perfect, but it also gave me nightmares. And it's the second time I've heard it. So I knew exactly what was coming up. And then I was texting with my mother and I said, Mom, you have to listen to this. Of course, she didn't listen to me at first. Got to it like 2 days later and she's like, oh my God, Jess, that is the creepiest doll story I've ever heard. So from Jerry Hintz's mouth to your ears, yes, it is creepy. Check it out. And then I'd also like to plug this beer I'm having. It's from True Brewing in Colorado. Can you guys see that?
Is that a cat?
It's a wolf.
Oh, it's a wolf. Okay.
It is a mixed culture golden ale with ginger, citrus, and black pepper. I love it.
Interesting.
It's very good. 4.5 ABV. So thank you, True Brewing. Thank you. Please give us money for our podcast. Anyway, I have 2 unplugs. One is R.I.P. Leslie Jordan, who passed away this past week. That was super sad. So sweet, so funny. He will be missed. So anyway, then Netflix's The Watcher. I don't know if you guys have seen this yet.
We did
Smith,
watch it.
You watched it?
Yeah.
Okay. What'd you think?
We didn't mind it. Like it wasn't great, but it was fine. It was, I'm gonna guess you're gonna disagree with the statement that it was fine.
I'm gonna disagree. Dude, it was bad. I mean, do you guys know the story of The Watcher?
I know it's based on a true story. We don't watch any. Beth has this thing in the house. She's like, I don't want to watch anything of true humanity being their worst, which cuts out about 80% of Netflix, Hulu.
I was gonna say that's you limit things there.
So I have to watch all this stuff on my own, and so I don't see a lot of this stuff. But I heard it was actually batshit crazy and kind of fun. But tell me why it's not.
I think it is if you aren't familiar with the actual story. Like there was an article that came out, I think, in The Cut a few years back, and they go deep into the story of The Watcher, which is, I don't want to ruin it. I just want you guys to read it because there are certain points in the Watcher series on Netflix where they actually tell the story of the Watcher, but then it goes off on tangents Ryan Murphy, crazy ghost, creepy tangents.
That was my biggest problem because I listened to I think it was a multiple part podcast about this same thing, and I kind of walked away and be like, that's it. Like it really it didn't seem like that big a deal, and so that's kind of what got me to watch The Watcher. But then I started figuring out very early that they were just making a lot of shit up. It seemed
making a lot of shit up, like trying to fill in the blanks.
But it was weird.
I guess.
But it was weird. I had that same because I just didn't get. They just didn't seem like that substantial of a story to me to like make
to make a series. I totally agree with you. Right. I think they should have done a documentary. Like that's what I was excited about because I think it was like a year or two ago. I read that Netflix bought the rights, and I was like, "Oh hell yeah, this is great!" But then, I heard Ryan Murphy is set to direct whatever the fuck they're doing, and I'm like, "Well, forget about that," So
yeah, he doesn't do documentaries, right? That's not something he does, right?
No. Yeah, he just wants to hire hot people and have creepy aspects of the story be told. So it's fine.
Yeah. But I don't know. He's making Netflix some money right now, though. So he's got he's got
a lot of people are liking it.
He did the Dahmer thing, and I think they're
the Dahmer thing.
He's on fire.
He's on fire.
So they probably paid him like $500 million, whatever it was. I forget. I know it was a huge deal at the time.
It was a huge amount of money. Yeah.
I've only seen one of his shows, and that was Scream Queens, and I like that quite a bit. But that was very specifically tailored to something that I would like.
Yeah.
So I don't. Yeah. I've never watched American Horror Story.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
He did Glee, didn't he? I mean, he's done a lot.
Yeah, he did Glee. Yeah, Nip Tuck I think was another big one that he did.
Nip Tuck, yeah.
So,
I didn't know he did Nip Tuck.
Yeah, which my brother was a big fan of that show. I don't think I ever watched it, but
Jonas was too. I watched a couple episodes, but I didn't get into it.
Yeah.
Good for you, Ryan Murphy.
That's it. That's all. Ryan Murphy, yay! You did it.
I think he's from IU, Indiana University, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, no shit.
I think he's a local boy.
Yeah.
I know this is a very long episode.
Kathy should know him. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all right. It's Halloween almost.
She's a mover and a shaker. I know it's a long episode, but we went and voted yesterday, and there was an initiative on the ballot for a constitutional amendment in Kansas, and the amendment was that the legislature, if you voted to put this in the Kansas Constitution, that the legislature would have the right to overrule any executive branch decisions or policies that the executive branch had made across the board. And it was the most ridiculous. Like it was like, well, we don't need 3 branches, maybe 2. And then on the same ballot, somehow they put every single judge on the appeals court and the Kansas Supreme Court to be recalled and to be thrown off the court. So there were two pages of asking, should this judge be retained? Yes or no. Every single judge for the statewide repeals and Supreme Court thing. So basically, the Republicans somehow figured out a way to throw all that on the ballot. So they were like, let's see if we can just recall all these people that, and also let's see if we can overrule anything that the executive department or the executive branch decides to do, and the legislature can go ahead and do whatever they want. It was the weirdest thing, man. It was like, I was like, this is so screwy. And unfortunately, like that might work,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
This is weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was the strangest thing. If anyone is voting in Kansas, I mean, we voted early, right? So I highly recommend, if you're going to vote, you might look up what these things actually mean, because it's pretty fucking weird.
Yeah,
and
because they have a knack of wording things just. I know a number of the states are doing this, like to constitutionally make it like. It's like removing the language that allows slavery to be legal. And there's like 6 or 7 states that this is, and it's just all, I saw an article about how confusing the language was. Tangent, but.
Well, we were talking about, Matt and I both worked in the state, and we were like, the people that explained what, so on the ballot it said, here's the thing, here's what it means. If you vote yes, this is what it means. If no, this is what it means. And then here's the actual language, which is the legalese that would go into the Constitution.
Right.
Matt and I used to work with the people that actually, the KLRD people, in the state legislature that actually, write that language up for whatever. And it was straightforward enough, but it was also confusing, still at the same time. Because anyway, I just wanted to bitch about that for a second.
That's okay.
Now I'm done. It's time to go home.
It's time to go home.
We got to get off Tyson's lawn.
Yeah, we do.
That's right.
Tyson's lawn. Go vote.
Go vote.
Tyson's lawn. Go vote.
Go vote. Yeah.
Go vote, please, God.
Yes.
And go vote early. I mean, if you can, it's so much faster.
Yeah, we did. It's so much faster. Watch out for those douchebags hanging out by the ballot boxes.
God, yeah, right.
Oh my God. I told Beth, I said, I hope there's some fucking assholes outside with AK-47s just patrolling around the building. Because I would be like, honey, you're going to hate me, but I'm going to run up and be like, honey, take a picture of me with the Patriots. Take a picture of me with the Patriots. Come on.
I like that.
Hey, you guys are Patriots, right? And then what are they going to do?
They'll love that. They'll take their little mask off.
I'm not sure if you're escalating or de-escalating the situation, but who cares?
I actually think, I assume it would escalate, because I'd be like, you guys are so cute with your little guns.
Oh, yeah. We used to get that downtown here quite a bit. They, you just
what are they going to do? Shoot me? Fucking, I dare you to shoot me, you fucking cowards. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Sorry, Matt. I'm talking all over you. Sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. You're no. I did just don't. Just go tread lightly. They are armed.
Yeah, be careful. Be careful.
Yeah, not
Fuck
the smartest
those guys.
If
I'm gonna die in a hill, that is my hill that I picked.
True.
These fucking protectors of democracy. Fuck those nonsense assholes. All right, I gotta go. I need a cigarette.
All right. Here we go. All right. Always a pleasure, guys.
It's good for us too, Tyson. It's good for us too.
It is. It is. All right. Happy
Halloween.
Bye,
everybody. Sweet.
You like that? Yeah. You like that little spice I added?
Vincent Price, right?
I do.
Vincent Price.
Yeah.
Thank you for dressing up, gentlemen.
Oh, it was fun. I'm a little warm. I'll make some tea.
I'm Sully Sullenberger. Good night. 3, 4.